Welcome to the 7th chapter of PHP FPDF tutorial series. In this chapter, I'm about to demonstrate how to handle overflowing text in PDF cells. We will utilize and also explain GetStringWidth, SetFontSize and MultiCell method in this tutorial. This time, I'm about to explain two methods of text wrapping: font shrinking and MultiCell. Font shrinking handle overflowing text by shrinking the font size until it fits in the cell. This is the most simple method. This method keeps the height of every row equal. But the downside is, it's only limited to text which is slightly longer than the cell. Longer than that, the text will become unreadable because it's too small. Compared to font shrinking, MultiCell allows longer text without loss of readability. But it's more complex and require more calculation. Here I prepared two series of data to test both method. First, we need to define default font size. Then make a temporary font size. Now we use GetStringWidth method to get string width. Here is the documentation. Before we continue, let me show you an animated example of changes in each step of loop. Using loop, shrink font by keep decreasing the size until it fits the cell. Now, if we apply the second data set using same method, we'll get something unreadable like this. Now let's move to second method. First, define the wrapped cell width and default cell height. Next, we need to check if the text is overflowing. If the text overflows, then calculate how much line needed to contain all text in a cell. This is the complex part, I will explain as I type with the comments. Later, I will briefly explain how it works. To count how many line needed, we count how many character can fit in the cell, by adding one character in each loop. And keep repeating until it's almost as wide as the cell, offsetted by error margin. You need to experiment with the error margin. Then store that string in array. Next, offset the start character by the length of previous string. Then repeat those steps until end of text. Finally, count how many element in the array. That's the number of line we need to contain the text. In this animated example, we get 3 elements, so we need 3 lines. Multiply the cell height of all cells with number of line, so every cells in a row will have equal height. Use multi-cell instead of normal cell to write the wrapped text. Multi-cell is a cell which adapts the height by the content. But its drawback is it is always treated as end of line, so no cell is written next to it. To solve it, we need to manually set the position of the next cell by saving the previous X and Y position. Then, after writing out the multi-cell, set the position using previous position while the X is offsetted by multi-cell width. That should do the trick. This concludes this chapter of tutorial. Please like this video if you find this tutorial helpful. And subscribe to my channel for more tutorials update. If you have any question or need the source code, feel free to ask anything in the comments section. See you next time.